Hello. Welcome to the Fit and Free Show with Auntie Angel, ZGALA the Art Angel. That's me. This is the Head Hutt Mega-Sculpture. It's coming up on midday, getting to be a hot one out there, and I thought I would run through just a few easy stretches that you can do at the desk. I've been working a lot at the desk myself, so it's good for me to remind myself to take a few minutes here and there to check in with the body, let go of some stress. It's an ongoing process, not a destination. I always like to remind you there's not one way. I'm not trying to say you should do exactly what I do, but I do hope to inspire you to do something and check in with yourself, find what works for you. And of course, you're welcome to start with what I'm doing and modify from there, or start somewhere else. I always like to encourage all of us to do the best we can with what we have from where we are. That said, I'm going to start off with 3 breaths, and then I'm going to go into some arm and neck stretches today. So starting off, just checking in with the spine a little, and then breathing in and lifting the shoulders. Got lots of nice snap, crackle, pops in me today. Holding that up tense for a few seconds, and then just letting it go. Sometimes throwing a little arm swing in there for good measure. Let's do a couple more of those. Breathing in, tensing up, maybe getting the fingers and the toes and the pelvic floor involved. Breathing in a little more and holding, and then swinging those arms back. I like to employ different kinds of sighs along the way. I encourage you to try that as well. You just might like it. Let's do another breath in. Tensing up and holding. Breathing in a little more, and then just letting all that go, letting the arms swing. And I'm going to bring this arm across the body and hold on to it with the opposite arm, trying to get it to relaxed as I maybe bring it across the body up high and midline and lower, and then use that arm to rotate the shoulder while I have it in this extended position. Kind of use both the arms together there. You can try out, it's a good exercise to try relaxing the arm and just using the other arm to move it, and just holding that arm and using itself to move it. 2 different kinds of stretches. And then there's like a combination one where I'm using both arms together. For me, that gets even more stretching in there. And I tend to hold a lot of tension in this arm. I've got quite a few layers of damage in it, so it's a good time to remind you to make sure and always follow your own lead, listen to your own body. Don't do anything that hurts or feels like too much. Let's just bounce that out, wiggle it back and forth, and then bring this other arm across the body. And again, just pull it across the body, up higher, down lower. And then I'm going to wiggle that shoulder around while it's in traction, kind of just playing around with those different positions. Maybe go the other way. And a little bit of combination. I'm aware that I'm shortchanging this arm if I don't do a little more, so I am going to do a little more. Again, holding that arm and trying to relax it while I move it around with the other arm. One way and then the other. I find my right arm wants to help more, even more than my left arm. I'm right-handed, mostly right dominant, so that makes sense. And then holding it in traction, let's use just that arm. Let it be the control freak that it wants to be. Move it around in that stretch position. And then again, I'm going to do some combination stretching, using both arms together to stretch that arm and shoulder one way and then the other way. Just loosen it up. Let's bring that around back, and let's bring both hands together, pressing the palms and rolling the shoulders back, maybe touching the elbows if possible. Just wiggling that around a little bit for some additional stretching. I'm going to move that forward or up by bending forward. I got some mosquitoes in here starting to rev up for the day. A little bit of counter stretch, pulling those hands down. And let's end that with a little bit of neck stretching. So coming back to a neutral position, I'm just going to dropping both shoulders, bringing the right ear toward the right shoulder, and then alternating chin to shoulder and ear to shoulder. Sometimes I like to use that opposite or that hand on the side I'm stretching to just remind the neck muscles on the opposite side to release, to stretch, to relax. Again, there's a difference between actively stretching and pulling and just relaxing. I encourage you to try both so you can feel the difference. And then coming back to neutral, let's bounce that out again, shake it off, and bring that left ear toward left shoulder, dropping both shoulders. There's a tendency to want to pull those shoulders up if you got tension in there like I do. And then chin towards shoulder, that changes the stretch out here. Ear towards shoulder, chin towards shoulder, just alternating back and forth. Maybe giving that a nice gentle rub just to remind, with some light touch, to relax. Let's do some easy neck rotation. Again, I got a lot of snap, crackle, pops in there, so it's a good reminder for you and for me to not force anything, not do anything that hurts. Not really trying for any particular thing, just checking in with the neck, listening, seeing how the two sides are different, how they're the same, going one way and then the other. Maybe pulling the chin up on that rotation toward the sky. Let's go across the top a few times. Got a lot of cracks and popples and snaps in there. Just going to give that a nice little rub. Let it know I care, that I appreciate my neck. It's holding my head on, mostly straight most of the time. Let's finish that off with a couple more shoulder shrugs, just breathing in. Exhaling, letting that go. And one last time, breathing in. Nice and deep, letting the belly go, and then just relaxing all of that. Those I call my clap snaps, checking in with my nervous system, which is doing pretty good today, I'm happy to say. It varies day to day, week to week, month to month, to year. It's an ongoing process. I hope I have inspired you at least a little bit to love yourself a little bit more, check in with your body a little bit more. Remember, it's the only place you have to live this life, so it's worthy of some of your love, some of your attention, some of your time. I thank you for stopping by. I hope you will like and subscribe. I like to remind us all to stay curious, stay courageous, get more fit so we can be more free. And until next time, I'll be seeing you. Ciao for now. Peace.